In movies, great chemistry between actors can make or break a love story. While some pairings light up the screen, others fail to create the magic needed for a believable romance. No matter how talented the actors are, if the chemistry isn't there, audiences can feel it. Today, we're looking at 5 movie couples who just didn't click, making their love stories feel awkward and unconvincing. Ron and Hermione, Harry Potter movies, Rupert Grint and Emma Watson. Fans of the Harry Potter books know that Ron and Hermione's relationship was built slowly, filled with tension, growth, and heartfelt moments. Unfortunately, when it came to the movies, the chemistry between Rupert Grint and Emma Watson was almost non-existent. Their interactions often felt more like siblings bickering rather than two people falling in love. One key example is the Yule Ball scene in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Ron's jealousy over Hermione attending with Victor Krum should have created emotional tension, but instead, their argument felt like a petty sibling fight. Even their long-awaited kiss in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 felt forced. In fact, Watson herself admitted in an interview that kissing Grint was one of the most awkward experiences of her life, even describing it as feeling like incest. If the actress herself felt that way, it's no surprise that the scene lacked passion. Bill and Alice, Eyes Wide Shut, Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. It's surprising when real-life couples fail to bring chemistry to the screen, but that was the case with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman in Eyes Wide Shut. Despite being married for nearly a decade at the time, their performances in this psychological drama felt cold and distant. Their roles as a troubled married couple exploring desire and jealousy should have been emotionally intense, but the spark was missing. Some reports even claimed the couple sought help from a sex therapist to improve their intimate scenes, but it didn't seem to help. Their previous collaborations, such as Days of Thunder, showed much stronger chemistry, making their disconnect in Eyes Wide Shut even more baffling. Interestingly, after working on this film, the couple divorced. While we may never know if the experience played a role in their breakup, it's clear that something was off between them on screen. Thor and Jane, Thor movies, Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman. Chris Hemsworth is known for his effortless charm and great chemistry with co-stars, but when paired with Natalie Portman in the Thor movies, something didn't quite work. Their romance was central to the storyline, yet it always felt forced and awkward. In the first Thor film, the relationship lacked warmth, making it hard to believe in their supposed deep connection. The same problem continued in Thor: The Dark World. Even in Thor: Love and Thunder, where Jane returned with a more central role, their interactions felt distant. Perhaps the most telling sign of their weak chemistry is the fact that the passionate kiss at the end of Thor: The Dark World wasn't even filmed with Portman. Due to scheduling conflicts, Hemsworth's real-life wife, Elsa Paraki, stepped in as Jane for the scene. This last-minute swap may explain why it was the only moment in the trilogy where the romance felt remotely real. Kat and Charlie, Marry Me, Jennifer Lopez and Owen Wilson. A love story between a pop superstar and an ordinary school teacher sounds like the perfect setup for a fun romantic comedy. But when Jennifer Lopez and Owen Wilson took on those roles in Marry Me, the romance failed to convince audiences. Both actors have delivered great romantic performances in the past, Lopez in The Wedding Planner and Wilson in Wedding Crashers, but together their interactions felt flat. The emotional connection was missing, and their scenes often felt like two strangers rather than a couple falling in love. Even the big romantic moments, which should have been heartwarming, felt unconvincing. Instead of a slow-burning love story with real chemistry, Marry Me left audiences feeling underwhelmed. Harry and Ginny, Harry Potter movies, Daniel Radcliffe and Bonnie Wright. Another Harry Potter pairing that failed to capture the magic was Harry and Ginny. Unlike Ron and Hermione, who at least had a build-up of tension, Harry and Ginny's romance felt rushed and awkward. Ginny started as Harry's best friend's shy little sister, and in the books, their relationship evolved naturally over time. But in the movies, Ginny's character was underdeveloped, and her sudden transformation into Harry's love interest felt unearned. Daniel Radcliffe and Bonnie Wright struggled to create any chemistry, making their romance feel forced. Their kiss in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince is one of the most unconvincing moments in the series. Instead of a passionate, long-awaited moment, it felt flat and uncomfortable. Not every on-screen romance works, no matter how talented the actors are. Chemistry is an unpredictable element that can't always be faked, and when it's missing, audiences can feel it. Whether due to awkward performances, lack of emotional connection, or rushed storylines, these 5 pairings failed to deliver the romance their films needed. Have you ever watched a movie where the main couple just didn't click? Or can you think of a film where the chemistry was so strong it made the story even better? Share your thoughts.